Hello everyone, welcome to APTI PLUS Academy for Civil Services. This is a special video on UPSC CSC preparation, and this will help all the aspirant who will be appearing for CSC 2024. So in this video session, I'll make you understand what are the things that specifically determine the success in the IAS examination. So through this video session, it will be a fruitful session for all the aspirant who will be appearing. I'll make you understand what are the important things that you need to keep in mind to ensure that you are in right place and ensuring or backing a seat in the civil services or UPSC examination. So without any further delay, let's get started. So before I start, there are four important components that you need to know. If you talk about that part of the determinants or the things that determine the success in the examination, four things that you need to focus upon. The first is approach. Your approach need to be right. You need to hit the right target at right time. This is first categorized under approach. The second is your determination. This is again very important point. Third would be the consistency with regards to the preparation, with regards to the part of routine that you are following. And last but not the least is the smart work. Now, basically in present context, hard work is mostly replaced with the word of smart work, which invariably call for a hard work itself, right? So I'll be elaborating on each and every point one by one to make you understand why I'm including the part of approach for you, the determinations part, the consistency and the smart work. So I'll elaborate the part one by one. So how you need to approach? First and foremost question that hit each and every student preparing for civil services examination, whether we should start for prelims or mains. This is a big question which confuse the aspirant. By my personal opinion, you should always start with mains, right? I'll tell you why. See, you have to integrate your preparation. Either it is prelims or mains, you have to study in an integrated manner. Initially, when you start your preparation, specifically talking about the part for 2024, if you're appearing for 2024, you have to kickstart your preparation with mains. By mains, you can include the part of NCERT, everything that essential standard books are there. I'll be not elaborating on the part of standard textbook because there are ample number of videos where you'll get the part of sources even in the blog. And even if you can refer our website, the list of the complete subject details and the textbook are mentioned. So I'm not emphasizing on that part. Now, the point that need to understand is approach. An approach should be integrating both the prelims and mains examination, right? Initially, till December, you should focus on the part of the mains integrated with the part of prelims examination. The syllabus which is covered in the mains, you should be following that, focusing more on that part, right? And like when you are in January or February, you can increase the part of emphasis on the prelims examination. This should go hand on hand, and something very important to integrate both prelims and mains examination. Now, the second important point comes is the coverage of syllabus. Now, by coverage of syllabus, I'm not emphasizing here on prelims examination because prelims examination at present do not comprise of any specific syllabus. The standard thing that is mentioned in the syllabus given by the UPSC in its notification, that is something a minimum, bare minimum that you have to do. Elsewise, the detailed syllabus which is mentioned for GS is not specifically mentioned for prelims examination. So by covering of the syllabus, I mean you have to go by the mains syllabus by heart. Every single topic has to be read upon, right? This is what the entire coverage of syllabus actually means. And the optional paper, whatever be your optional, be it you are from humanities, science, engineering, any other background, your optional syllabus should be die-hardly learned to you. You have to cover syllabus topic by topic. This is foremost important thing that you have to keep in mind. Now, other important aspect is answer writing. Very, very important because student or aspirant always wait for a best time, or even they wait for 70% of their preparation, right? It will never come. Just to give you, you can trust me on this part. Answer writing should be started from the day first onwards. You write a poor answer, it might not be well structured, it might not be on a well content, but you have to start writing to get an idea where you lack. So this goes hand on hand. Practice makes a make. This is something practice make you perfect, and this is something which is essentially required during the part of the preparation. Now, no casual attitude for CSAT. We have seen that the result for CSAT, even year by year, CSAT is getting tougher. So you have to ensure that you are securing the minimum qualifying marks, which is set by the UPSC to enter into the phase of the mains examination, right? So do not undermine the part of CSAT. And the personality development, which is an ultimate and last stage of the civil services evaluation process or the examination process. This process is specifically called for the when you start the inception of the civil services preparation will call for the development of your personality, right? You will mold your personality accordingly. So there specifically not need to have a special focus. आप अपने preparation के साथ ही अपने personality के development भी कर सकते हैं. This is something which goes hand on hand. Now, the other important point is determinations. Now, in determination, you have to first say yourself that yes, I can do it. This is the first thing that is essentially required for the civil services examination. The other important component in determination include believe in yourself. You have to believe that yes, I am an individual who is sincere, who is here to do the hard work, and I can do this. I have to do this. This is a belief that you have to do in your mind. Dedication toward the CSC preparation is something very important. It is not like that you study a day for 8 to 10 hours and even for 12 hours and you are skipping out for a week. This something is not going to happen. You have to maintain your rhythm. Learning from the mistake. I think you have come across various academic stages in your life, right? You have come from a good reputed institutions. You have learned where are the mistakes, what are the downside of yours, where you need to put your best endeavor. So always learn from your mistake. That applies to even life as well and even for the examination. Now, intrinsic motivation is very important in this examination. It's a long process, 1.4 year process or 1.5 year process, which will call for an intrinsic motivation, right? So you need to ensure that you are going to serve the nation, you are going to serve for the poor, you are going to give something back to the society. That is the intrinsic motivation that should continue with you. Now I'll move to the third important component, that is consistency. And consistency is a key to success. This is what has been always talked about. Now in consistency, what is essentially important is follow the routine diligently. Whatever routine you have, you might be someone who is an early riser, you might be someone who is nocturnal studying at night. So it depends upon individual. I'm not focusing in any individual part, but whatever is your routine, follow it diligently. Now, consistency provide an individual with confidence. If you complete your task, it gives you a sense of satisfaction and a sense of completion. So this will make you more confident and avoid distraction. See, in the present generation, when we are surrounded by smartphones, YouTube, Netflix, Amazon, and all other social media, Instagram, Facebook, the part of distraction is inevitable, right? You cannot avoid it. But definitely these are some things which you have to cut off, right? I'm not asking you to completely cut off from the social life, but you have to avoid, you have to know the intricacies of it, and ultimately you have to devote your quality time in the studies. Now the last part, that is the smart work. The smart work has become more important in the UPSC rather than hard work, and this is smart work will ultimately call for the hard work. How? I'll tell you. See, you have to avoid multitasking. By multitasking, I mean you don't have to repeat the things, repeat the sources for a single subject. You don't have to repeat the things, right? Ultimately, if you're doing current affairs from one sources, stick to that. If you're studying modern history from Rajiv Ahir, stick to that, right? So this is a part you have to avoid multitasking. Practice test is very, very important. This goes for both prelims as well as for the mains examination. You have to do it at any cost. For prelims, it will be always a mock test. And for mains, it is also a mock test followed by a writing of essay as well. Now, revise periodically whatever you read. Keep a day or two alternate to revise. It is very important. And the best way, if you just next day before you start anything, make sure that you're revising whatever you have read. This will ensure that you have kept things in your mind And it is psychologically also proven that revisions make the memory more sharper, right? Filter the exam related content. There are ample of content which is there in social media, a lot of books, blogs, everything is there, but you have to ensure that you are reading and filtering the content as per the relevance of the examination. And notes making is very important. By notes making I mean to say the things that you feel that you are missing out, that note making should be done. Note making is essentially important for the part of your optional for general studies, specifically for all general studies paper from 1 till 4. For ethics also, some key concepts must be focused upon, and the notes will help you to revise. And why ultimately notes making is important: when you write in mains examination, right, you are preparing for mains examination, there is no days left with you. There will be no gap for the examination. You have to simultaneously go for the paper 1, paper 2. The next day will be followed by general studies paper 3 and paper 4. So there is no gap. So once you have a crisp notes, it will help you to revise and make you more confident on the examination day. So these are some of the important part. These are some of the important determinants that decide upon a success of a well-read individual or aspirant. And these are something that is mandatorily required to be done by each and every aspirant. I hope this video helped you. We'll come up the more important part. For time being, if you are new to our channel, do not forget to subscribe APTI Plus Academy for Civil Services on YouTube. Do give us a thumbs up for the video. We'll meet in next session. For time being, I'm signing off. Thank you so much for watching this video.